Words of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live and what we say. It's stamping up and it's our way.
Hi everyone, it's Pauline from Stamp with Pauline, Stamp and Stampede, and today I'm going to show you a W fold card. So the first thing you're going to need for this card, for the fun fold, is an A4 sheet of cardstock. And we're going to bring in the trimmer, and we're going to cut this at 10.5 centimeters, or your just slightly 4.25 centimeters, and cut that. So it's 10.5 centimeters lengthways. The next thing you want to do is cut your cardstock, and we're going to cut this at 5.5 centimeters. So the piece that you've got left, slide it over to 5.5 centimeters and cut that. What you want to do now is grab hold of your bone folder, fold over your base card. So this is just a standard base card, like so. And then you've got this strip here. What I want you to do with this piece of cardstock, which is 5.5 centimeters, is you are going to fold it in half and score that, burnish that edge. Now what you want to do is turn it and score, fold it over like so, and then burnish that end. Then we're going to turn it and we're going to repeat the same thing again, meeting up the side edges, and there we have our W fold. So we have the W. All right, what you want to do now is actually go ahead and decorate the inside of your card. And what I'm going to do is actually use some designer series paper. Now I've cut this designer series paper at 10 centimeters by 14.5 centimeters. And yep, so I've got 2 sheets of that. Now for the front of the card, you also want to decorate the front. So this is the inside of the card. And what will happen is, when I'm going to actually decorate the front, I've put some fresh freesia in the background here and made this a layer. So the fresh freesia layer is 10 centimeters by 14.5 centimeters. And the designer series piece is 9.5 centimeters by 14 centimeters. So that's the front. And then I have the 2 pieces for the inside. What we're going to do is glue these down into here using our multi-purpose adhesive. So grab hold of the adhesive. And I'm just using the Hues of Happiness Designer Series paper that is currently available. And this cardstock is the Tenetian Tide, which is the new in colour. So just lining that up like so. And then the same with the other side. Popping that down like that. Okay. Next thing you want to do is actually take the W fold that you've got and popping some adhesive, just using your multi-purpose, onto the back of there, and then into the center, just onto the edge of that designer series paper. Just let that get a little tacky, hold that down. Okay. Then what you want to do is we are going to glue this part down as well. So adding some adhesive to here, stretch it out, like so. Now you can have your card going two ways. You can actually have your fold opening this direction, or you can have your fold opening in this direction. So I'm going to go this one. And so for the front, what I'm going to do is I have got a piece of fresh freesia, which is 2.5 centimeters by 10 centimeters. Yep. And I also have a piece of the basic white, which is 2 centimeters. So 2 centimeters, 2.5 centimeters for the fresh freesia. And I am going to glue that down, and it is 10 centimeters so that it lines up with my two outer edges. And I'm going to add some little flourishes and some leaves to the front of this and a little bit of ribbon, so that will be finishing off my decorating. Since I'm going this way with the card, what I've got here is some fresh freesia cardstock. It's cut at 6 centimeters by 6 centimeters, and the white is cut at 5.5 centimeters by 5.5 centimeters. And I've got that 4 times. So you can have it mixed whichever way you want it to go. And I'm going to also add some extra ferns and flourishes to the inside. The key with it though is just make sure that if you add any extra leaves or things, just make sure that it doesn't actually touch any of the score lines, because it will bend. And the other part is, don't let it come out the outer edge of your card, because then it won't fit nicely in an envelope either. So where my two score lines are, just going to pop down some adhesive. Now I haven't gone right to, you want to be careful with these two not to go with your adhesive right on the edge. So what you want to do is just come in and position that onto there. Have a baby wipe handy if you need to actually get rid of any extra adhesive that might squish out using the Tombow. So I'm going to pop this one in the center of my two panels there. So I've got my score line here, so just nicely and even onto there. And then my next one, popping that onto there. So I have somewhere nice for my message to go. Just going to straighten that up a little bit, give that a little time to dry. But that is our W fold card, because when we've looked like that, it does look like a W for the mechanism on the inside. And that is how simple, quick and easy that card is. You can alter it, you can add things to it. I'm going to add some embellishments as well, but that's all that card is. Okay, see you soon. Bye.
What we love, what we do makes a difference in me and you. All these years of